I am Peter Hartman, and you're watching the pre-show of The Appreciationist. I'll try that again. You're watching The Appreciationist, the pre-show. Pre-show starts at 6:45 p.m. every Wednesday, and it goes until 7 p.m. It's the 15 minutes we have to get our webcam set up, get our microphone set up, get everything in order, make sure that everything is working as it should. The show is going to be starting at 7 p.m. So if you're here for the show, you're not planning on participating live on the air, just hang in there. It'll be another 10 minutes, and we'll get started. Today we're talking about Wellspring and new beginnings, right? It's springtime, seasons are changing. Here in Montreal, we're getting warmer and warmer, and it's going to be fun to talk about what's upcoming, what are our new beginnings, what are we going to start doing. So just hang in there. The invitation has been sent out. If you added the Law of Attraction Montreal to your circles, then I added you back, and you would have received an invitation just moments ago. So check your inbox or check the notifications on your Google Plus account. It should be a little red number on your Google Plus page at the top right corner, and you'll see that the show's starting. Or you can just go to the Law of Attraction Montreal into the news feed on our Google Plus profile, and you can see it starting there. Or you can just watch the show live at theappreciationist.com. Just head over to theappreciationist.com, and you can click on Live Show, and you can watch the show there, and you can write comments there. But if you want to participate with the show live on air, you have to add the Law of Attraction Montreal to your Google Plus circles. Then we add you back. The only way to participate with the show is to get an invitation specifically from me. And everybody will have received that very shortly. So I sent that out. We're going to see who's going to be starting the show. I know some people are trying to get in for the first time. So I'm going to monitor my messages. If you see me looking down, I'm just getting ready, getting prepared, making sure that everybody's okay. So hang in there. Thank you very much for joining us. And we'll be starting very shortly. Sorry. I just told marketing invite. Hi, baby.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. You?
Good.
Huh.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Okay.
Something wrong with my screen. I can't see people.
You can't see, well, it's just you and I for now. Could that be it, or?
No, I'm only looking through a little bit crack, and the big screen is the the list of shows that we were list of calls that we had before. So this is not good. I will be back.
Okay. That's what the pre-show is for us to get our webcam set up, our microphone set up. So please don't be concerned. Come on, try your luck. We have about 10 minutes before the start of the show, and if you're having any trouble, please feel free. Just checking the messages here.
So weird.
Still doing it. Maybe did you get a call, or did you come in the same way this time, or?
The same way as before, but it's my app on the iPad. I think the app is probably frozen or something, so I'm not too sure how to get out either.
Maybe you can start your device, and we'll see how that works. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, there we are.
Hi. Who is this? Anne.
Anne, yes, and Sherry. I've got Sherry joining me tonight.
Oh, yes, I remember. Really great. Thank you guys for joining us.
Where they use like
Can you hear us okay?
expensive cheese.
I can hear you perfectly. Is there a TV on or a radio on or something?
Mac and cheese.
Nope.
Yeah, I bet you could probably get some
Someone's
really high
talking.
mac and cheese.
Yeah, someone else is talking.
I don't know. I'm kind of worried about these entire.
Yeah, it's somebody else. I can hear the voice. Somebody's watching a video of ours. Okay, I think it's gone now. Okay, so I'm just going to, if you see me looking down, we're going to start the show in about 5 minutes. I just want to make sure that the people who are trying to get in can get in. Is that okay, Sherry, Ann?
Stay there. Yes, Sherry?
Good. Yes.
Perfect. So just hang in there. We're going to be starting very shortly. So I clicked on the notification bell in there, but it did not work. Okay, so Diane, I know you're trying to get in. I sent you an invitation specifically. Let me just try one more time. Invite. Click on the notifications in the bell. Okay, let me see here.
This one's good. Thanks.
Could I have some tea? Look at such So here, come closer here so we can get in. I don't really want to be on camera. You've got to be.
Hi, Val.
Hi guys.
Hey, hey, hey.
I'm trying something else with my webcam. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Okay, cool.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Val. Hi, Val.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Betty.
Hi, Val.
Yay.
Hi, Betty.
Hi.
Betty, is it working for you, Betty, now, or is it still?
Yeah, it's working. It's good
Okay,
now.
good. Awesome. Excellent. So I know Sam and Diane are trying to get in here. I'm just want to try to get them in. Say that again?
We're trying to get Anne's husband to join in.
Okay.
He won't, though.
He's camera shy.
No worries. Shy people are welcome. Okay.
It wouldn't be helpful. Peter, tell me something. How would one appreciate drinking tea without a cup?
Just like a child would do it, you know. Just,
Where's the applause button? I can't wait to push that.
the applause button. I think it's for those who are not in the show.
Okay.
Those of us in here can just, I suppose, applaud in real life.
Oh no, not true. You can use the applause button or the crickets or whatever.
Oh, where?
Yeah, I've done it once when Dimitri was in there. I think it's Google Effects.
Google Effects. Okay. I have to check that out in just a moment. I have to try to get these people in.
Sure.
Start one at a time. So I'm continuously sending out invites to Sam and Diane. Please keep checking. I'm doing my best to get you in here. Let's see. So those,
The background bright enough here? I guess so. Right.
Huh? Okay, let's see. Oh, come on, you guys can come in.
Oh. Can you please just put the light on?
Right one. Okay.
Weird.
Oops. Do you want to share the chair with me? Put your leg up?
She's added Google Effects. I think it changed the lighting. She doesn't light. No touch.
Cheers to you,
Sent a lot of invites.
everybody.
Cheers. We're going to.
Oh no, sorry, those are comments.
This is fun.
Yeah, we have a few people. Yeah, we have quite a list of people who we've invited. I never know exactly how many people are watching, but from what I hear, it's a growing number. But don't feel nervous, and anybody who's shy around you, just tell them no one's watching. 0 people. I
We
can't.
used to.
Yeah, just lie.
Baby?
We used to write a lot of comments under each episode, and we discuss things. And now we kind of we talk less after the show for some reason. Maybe Dimitri is somewhere doing his own thing, so we were less motivated.
Maybe. Well, he was a good instigator. He really got us talking online. I can tell you that it's not really my thing to be chatting online and writing messages. I'd much rather say things on the air and talk in person, because I could write a bit for our meetup, but then there's 10 other things that I don't write for, and I'll feel like compelled to do one or the other. I still even happen to thank people for wishing me happy birthday. Very rude of me, but I'm not trying to be rude.
Birthday. I know you don't celebrate, so.
Yeah, no.
Happy birthday, Peter.
Oh,
Didn't
thank
say
you.
that.
Yeah, no, I have all these messages. Thank you. So yeah, I don't write messages, but hopefully once we get on a roll on the Appreciationist, we'll have a place where we can go and write everything there. Because if we write it on our old meetups, then it's hard to sort of go back to them and for other people to see. So on the Appreciationist, we should have a place for that. But right now, we're just trying to get a hang of getting people into the show, getting people on our social networks, and seeing how that goes. But there's always so much more to do. Like trying to get Sam and Diane in here. Sam and Diane, that sounds familiar. Is that Cheers? Yes, Cheers. Okay, just hang in there. Let me try their email addresses.
Do you guys mind if I test some of the sounds?
It's in the other corner.
Oh, no, please, go ahead.
Yeah. Corner top.
Wow.
Is that the applause?
Those are
Oh, okay, that works.
some,
Yeah, that's really good for a joke.
Yeah. This is the beginning.
We also have the other two.
Clock.
Yeah.
This
Isn't
is
that
out.
Oh, the cricket. Oh, the cricket. I like that one. Gosh, I just changing.
I'm trying them all. I'm sorry. It's a big show. Wow. That's scary.
The emperor has arrived.
hey!
And
Oh, that's that.
Good luck.
okay, we're ready.
So, somebody else who joined the room, cool. Yes, Sam is trying to get in here. She's not able to. I kind of hesitate to restart the show because I don't know if it will work, and I don't know if you guys will have any trouble. So I don't know what to do here.
I'm okay. I could get back in. I know how to do this.
Yeah, but then I don't know about Anne and Sherry and Saba here, so I'm kind of. I don't want to risk it.
So what kind of problem do they have?
They don't get the notification at all. They get nothing. No notification, no email, nothing at all.
Oh, really? So if they go to a Google page and log into the Google account, would they see something like on the top right corner? No?
That's what I told Sam to do, and she never sees it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of strange. What happens is that when I start the show, if Sam is the first and only person that I invite, like just one person, then she gets it sometimes.
Okay.
But if other people have joined, for some reason it doesn't work, and I don't know why. It doesn't make sense technically speaking. It must be a bug of Hangouts. I think it's a bug.
Okay.
I guess she's
Because I know on the Google page, if I get the notification, I cannot click on it because once I click on it, it will disappear. It will not be there anymore. Say 5 o'clock, I click on it, and 7 o'clock I come back, I wouldn't see it.
Oh.
But I can select to to see the previous notification, and then I can find it back from there.
Okay, so let me see if I can. Oh man, I really don't. Saba, can you hear us? Are you having any difficulty?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. Great. So I'm just going to take about 10 seconds now to think through what I'm going to be doing. Did you guys have any trouble logging into the show? Did you just get a notification?
No, I didn't have any issues.
No issue at all? Okay.
I had trouble last week logging in.
Okay.
I think I was going through the wrong avenues. But this week, with the help of my husband and keeping my fingers away and letting him do the work, we managed
to get in. Okay. I think. Diane, just if you're listening to this, so I can't start the show. I'm going to try to keep inviting people during the show. I really don't want to restart it. It's too late now. But at the top right corner, if you go to your Google Plus page, at the top right corner, you should see notification. It will be a red square with a white number inside. And if you click on that, then you'll see the notifications. It also looks like a little bell. If you click on that, you should see the notification to join the show. Because when I invite you, that's where it appears. Please take a look at that. I know you're seeing this at a delay of about a minute, so take a look at that, and we'll see how things go. But for now, I think we've got to get started because I don't want the show to go too long. You guys, okay? You guys are on my side because I'm gonna put the blame on you guys as well as me.
All right.
I'll share.
Yay! Okay. Cool. I really don't want to lose you guys. And you know, my mother always taught me a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. You know, I could disconnect and get everybody in the show, or I could disconnect and two other people are gone. So I'm sorry, Sam and Diane. Please try to get in, and I'll keep trying to invite you guys. Today we're talking about Wellspring and the words right there on the tip of my tongue, and new beginnings. New beginnings. When I talked about new beginnings, it was actually Sam's suggestion, a wonderful suggestion. We're entering spring. We're in spring. Can you tell? I can.
Today.
It's kind of hard to tell, but we are in spring now. I kind of fantasize about taking a picture and showing people, like my grandfather in California, hey, this is what spring looks like here. It's wonderful. But
Hey, look outside.
yeah.
That's what spring looks like.
Just started.
That's what spring looks like in Canada, Montreal, and
It's white.
yeah, and it's less bad for us than people up north. So we're going to be talking about new beginnings, Wellsprings. We want to talk about, you know, starting new things, about engaging yourself. You know, what would you like these next couple of months to be like? What would you like to get started? What would you like to sort of begin a new renaissance? So we're going to be talking about that. It'll be a general conversation. We'll see how specific we get, but we'll see how that goes. So the way, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show before, but what happens is that we have a few segments. We have a moment of appreciation. That's when we look back at the past 7 days or so, and we pick out something that we can appreciate, and then we talk about that. So we share a moment of appreciation on the show. It's not mandatory, but it is really the point of the show, to talk about what we appreciate. Then we're going to do a segment of joke of the week. So you just have to listen to a joke, not to that. Then we're going to move on to our topic. I'm going to introduce you guys. I'm going to introduce my co-hosts, but those of you who are here for the first time, Sabe and Anne and Cherry, I'll just ask you to very quickly introduce yourself at the beginning of the show. Is that okay?
Sure.
And you can just say, hi, hello, my name is blank. Or you can make any statement that you want to make if you want to make a statement. If you have a website you want to promote, if there's something you want to say, anything at all, that's the time to say it. Or you can just say, hi, nice to be here. So the first to do their introductions will be Anne and Sherry. And then we'll go to Saba, and then I'll introduce our co-hosts. And then we'll jump into the moment of appreciation. And then I suppose we'll do that volunteer. Is that okay?
Sure. Good.
Okay, here we go. Start the show.
1, 2, 3, go.
Say again?
My name is Sherry, and I'm here with Aunt at Anne's house. I just got back from acupuncture treatment, and I feel like very sore, but it's all for the good. Anyway, I'm glad to be here.
Excellent, Sherry. Wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much. Who's with you?
Anne. Hi, everybody. I'm Anne, a massage therapist, and I'm glad to be on the show. This week, I tried like tooth and nail with frustration last week to try and get on, and I was thinking of you, Peter, saying how I can appreciate that frustration, but I just didn't come to any peaceful conclusion at the time. So I'll try again next week. I guess that was it then.
Very good. Well, I love your perseverance, your determination, and your willingness to rope in those close to you to not only appear on the show but get you on here. You did it. You did it. Very cool. I'm very happy to have you here. We have another first-timer here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm guessing you're talking about me. Hi, my name is Sabah. I've been actually been trying to make it to these meetings for like weeks, and I'm finally off of work. I usually work like 12.5 hours a day, so I'm glad I finally made it to one of these meetings.
Oh, that's wonderful. Really cool to have you here. Thank you so much. All these people out there trying so hard to get in or trying to make time, and I got to remember that. But I really appreciate you coming on to the show. We're going to have a fun time here today. I have my lovely co-hosts, Beatty and Valerie. Hi, guys. How you guys doing?
Hi, good.
Very cool. We have a wonderful show. And, of course, my name is Peter Hartman, and I am the host of The Appreciationist, along with my co-host here. We're happy to talk about all things appreciation. Today we're talking about Wellspring and new beginnings. It's spring here, and the season of change, and we want to talk about how that change, how you see yourself changing in the next couple of months, and what we'd like to get started. But before we get started with that topic, we're going to do the most important thing we do during the show. It's called a moment of appreciation. That's when we look back in the past 7 days and we pick out something that we appreciate, something that we value. It could be something good that happened, or it could be something that wasn't so great, but that you can see the value in today. The more we exercise our appreciation muscles, the better at it we will get. So, anybody here interested in jumping on board with a moment of appreciation? Volunteers.
I'll go.
Such polite people. Oh, Valerie, thank you.
Yesterday morning, as I was getting ready for work, there was a power outage at my house, which I don't think has happened ever since I've been here, like over 10 years.
What?
Yeah, and honestly, or maybe it has happened when I wasn't here and it was like 2 minutes, but really yesterday was longer than that, and I had to leave, and actually the power was still out. The problem is I only thought about, being creative and how to deal with it a bit too late. I was already in the shower, not thinking, oh, maybe I'm not going to be able to dry my hair, so I looked really weird going to see customers, but I was like, okay, well, that's it. I'm still going. So it was kind of fun because I had to be creative about it. But what happened is when I got back home at night, of course, all day I thought, is the power going to be back? Did I do something wrong? Maybe it was just my fault. I had no idea. Mm-hmm. So I was a bit stressed about it, and then I came back and everything was fine. And then later on at night, I realized how I was grateful for it, yes, that it was back, but it's amazing how fast I went back to taking it for granted. And instead of blaming myself for that, I thought how, well, actually, in a way, it just shows me that I think our instinct, we know that by default, everything is supposed to be well. Everything is supposed to go well. So, I didn't blame myself. I just said, well, I guess because of that instinct, it is in us to know that things are supposed to be well all the time. So taking it for granted is not that bad because that's the way it's supposed to be. The default is well-being. So that's it. That was kind of my moment of appreciation.
That's really cool. I really like that. It's very astute to recognize that, oh, I have this sort of default setting where I expect things to go well. Why is that? Well, maybe well-being is our default. Maybe that's the way we're designed, and taking something for granted is just a symptom of that condition. And so I completely, I get that. I appreciate that. I bet you people who live in warm weather, when they come to Montreal, they suddenly realize, oh, I've been taking my warm weather for granted. It's a typical thing. Very cool moment of appreciation. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Val.
My pleasure.
So the power wasn't your fault, right? Was it just you? Was it the area or?
No, it was, I don't know if it was the area, but it was definitely the building, because when I came back home, my neighbor downstairs, she has an alarm system, and she hadn't been back home, and the alarm system was still going, so it was obviously a sign that the power had been out.
That's
so not my fault, I guess.
Cool, cool. Oh, awesome, very nice. Anybody else want to share a moment of appreciation? No? Okay, no. I'm kidding. Baby?
I went for the Samantha's group organized this karaoke on the stage. It was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. It was great. We had a lot of people, and everybody was brave enough to try to get on the stage either by themselves or with another person. We had a great time. It was my first time to be on a stage. I did karaoke so many times, but on the stage it feels different. It's very, very different experience, and I enjoyed it. I will do it again, so it was fun. And it's also fun to see other people from different tables, strangers in the bar. They are good performers. They're very funny. Some of them are great. I mean, I couldn't believe that it's a bar. It could be like a performance. So it was good experience. Also, yeah, weekend I had some great time by myself, because I organized something with someone else, and then it turns out cancellation. But I guess that's what my fate's supposed to be. So I spent some time by myself. I walked on Mount Royal for like 2 hours. No, 1 hour and a half or something. So that was great, because it was a bit cold last weekend, and on Mount Royal there were so many people jogging or biking or doing activities, and they're very active. I mean, yeah, people cross-country skiing there too. Just nice to see Montreal people are being very active, and nice to see those people who stop saying I hate winter, and instead they're doing things. They're having fun. They're having a good time. So I think that's really amazing. I like that.
Very nice. That's very cool. Yeah, you're absolutely right. One fun part, I prefer winter, but one fun part in coming into the summer is that people stop complaining so much about how cold it is. Maybe in a few months they'll complain about how hot it is. People love complaining, but at least the snowflake is gone. Very, very cool. Spending time with yourself, going out for a walk, you know, excellent. I mean, if you really love going out for walks, being outdoors, getting some fresh air, you should do it. Do it as often as possible. And if somebody cancels on you or plans change, it's a wonderful opportunity for you to get back and do the things that you want to do. And karaoke, you and Sam sang first. I know you were nervous. You said so. Sam was very nervous. She said so. You couldn't tell. Very proud of you guys for getting up there in front of a crowd of people and singing. Oh, my goodness. So very, very cool night of karaoke. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us, matey. Just so you know, Saba, I muted your microphone, but you can unmute it. I just heard some noise, so I just muted it there. But if you're trying to speak and you didn't realize it, I want to let you know. But who's next for a moment of appreciation?
Sherry.
Sherry.
I am? Okay. Here I go. I'm thankful for Anne, because she and I do like, I had 2 back-to-back work injuries, so I've had the need for massage therapy. And so I took reflexology, so we do an exchange. I give her reflexology, she gives me massage, and she gave me the most fabulous massage this past week. I'm so thankful for it. She is so good, and she puts so much love into it, and then she feeds me supper afterwards. So, like, it's not to love.
That's awesome. Way to
I'm
go.
thankful for her inviting me here tonight so I can be a part of this.
Yay! Well, we don't have the applause button, but yay! Very good. Very awesome. Very nice. Exactly what I like to hear. Thank you very much for being here and for sharing that moment of appreciation. Since Anne volunteered you, I'm going to volunteer Anne.
There you go.
I thought I did my appreciation before, but okay, I'll appreciate saying something new now, that I can get out and use my bike, so which I've been waiting for all winter, and being very, well, kind of mellow about a bit melancholy when I can't have my bike in the winter. But they deal with it, right? And I survived. I survived. So haven't used it yet, but it's in the garage waiting for me. So there we go. Oh.
Nice. I know you're not the only one waiting to go for bike rides, and I can just imagine the city is going to be all full of those bikes very soon. Very nice to see. I'm looking forward to being able to go out there and ride your bike. Where would you go riding? If it was nice weather, where would you go?
All over the place. Anywhere. Anywhere.
So you're one of those. You like to really just explore and go anywhere you want.
I use my bike as a car.
Good.
Shopping, everywhere, pretty much anywhere I'll go. I'll use my bike.
Awesome.
That's why in the winter, it's that to find that extra appreciation you're talking about for not having it. So.
I totally get it. Well, I think you're doing a great job, and thank you so much for sharing that moment of appreciation with us. Who's up next? Ms. Sarah, if you're wanting. Just remember that I muted your microphone. You can just hit the microphone at the top of your screen to unmute it. And that's if you want to share a moment of appreciation with us, Sarah. Maybe I'll unmute it. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. My appreciation is, well, I just turned 30 on Saturday. It was my birthday. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. But my son actually made me dinner. Not to put like my business out there or anything, but I had my son when I was 13. So to have a 16-year-old who actually makes the effort to do anything, I don't know if you have kids, but to have him do an effort to make anything, it was really special to me. So I guess I'll make that short and sweet, guys.
Oh, that was very sweet. That was very nice. Very cool. Congratulations for turning 30. I love those milestones. I love how it sort of causes people to focus. Maybe that will help our conversation here today. You know, I really want to talk about new beginnings, right? I want to talk about, you know, spring is rising. What are your plans for the spring? What do you want to do? Do you want to be different? Do you want the same old? Do you want to act the same way you did last year? Do you want to have something fresh and new? What is it that you're looking forward to in coming years? And so we'll be talking about that in just a quick moment. Thank you so much for sharing that moment of appreciation with us, Saba. I'll just share mine with you very quickly. Karaoke was a blast. I mean, I just had a wild time. That was something, there are a few things in life that I set a goal for myself years ago to be able to do, to want to do. And I used to sit down and imagine karaoke and things like that, motivational speaking, and be absolutely terrified. And to be able to actually do it, especially with people who are so friendly and outgoing and so considerate, was fun to and easy to be around. That's really what I want to say. It was fun to get out and do that. So karaoke was a blast. I can't wait to do it again. We're actually going to do again on stage, but we're also going to do the in the room thing. Because Beatty, although on the stage was a new experience for you, a lot of people aren't there yet, and they do want to do it in the small room. So we're going to be scheduling that very soon. I also did stand-up comedy. I felt such appreciation for my friends and the people in the meetup coming out. You guys, it was a great turnout. I can't believe how many of you guys came out there. And that was something else that I used to imagine myself doing and never ever really believing that I could do it. And there's something to be said about not believing you can do something, but just move forward in that direction anyway. And I was especially glad that, so I bombed pretty horribly, at least by my standards, but it was actually a lot of fun to, well, it was okay. I mean, there was other people who didn't do so well, but for my standards, I really did bomb, and that was okay. I did better the first time. The second time wasn't so great, but it was wonderful because, one, I felt I lost my fear of bombing, but the second thing is that I really wanted people to see me not at my best. I wanted people to see me flounder. I wanted people to see that not everything is easy for Peter. A few people I talked to about personal empowerment, working through hard things, they sort of believe in their head that I'm different, that it's easier for me, that I'm stronger, that I'm more confident. And when I was sweating up there on stage, I felt satisfaction in like really showing people, no, it's hard for me too. And so I did karaoke, I did comedy, and there's only one more thing left to do, and it's going on our schedule very soon. We're going to be putting on a mini little concert, and I'll be singing for the first time in front of people. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to get all the singers in our group who have a interest in being musical in any way to come up and to sing. and to get outside of the comfort zone. So once I cross that off my bucket list, I don't know what else is there going to be to appreciate. I'm going to be done. I'm going to be finished. Who knew I was going to complete all my life dreams by 31? So here we are.
You'll find something else to appreciate.
No, of course, there will always be more and bigger things. But there's something about crossing off your 16-year-old's bucket list that kind of feels very satisfying. So very happy, and I'm happy that you guys were there to share it with me. Before I forget, let me just check real quick here. Okay, I'm going to have to try to... So Samantha sent us her moment of appreciation. Hers was karaoke as well. She organized that event. She did a great job. How many of us were out there? Like 20, right? We really a big... It was really cool. Also, I went to dinner with Sam. We had sushi. She's been craving it for so long, and we finally did go. We're going to have to organize something for everybody in the Appreciationist to go for sushi. I'm going again this Sunday. We're really on a sushi kick, and my mom is coming back, so we're going to be going there. And so we'll have to schedule something, but that's her moment of appreciation. Karaoke and dinner sushi. She says, please share to share this with you. So there you go. Anything else? Anything else? Moment of appreciation. Did you guys have anything else you want to add to the moment of appreciation?
I appreciate the comedy show last night.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. It was different from the first time. Because I think Samantha was sitting right in front, and so you kind of forget some of the lines, but she reminded you.
Yeah, that's right. She helped me out there. I just couldn't space, but there was more people. I got to do it with my brother. It was just satisfying all around, and all comedians, no matter how good they are, they bomb, and it's actually better to bomb early on. It teaches you what you need to know. So it was a very, very lot of fun, and I hope we're going to do it again. Anybody in here would ever be interested either in doing comedy, singing at a mini concert, or doing karaoke?
Acting?
No?
Tambourine.
Okay, I was just polling.
Maybe I'd try a karaoke, one song in particular that my mom would sing by, was it Engelbert Humperdinck, is Release Me? Please release me. That one, because when I was a child, and I'd walk by my mom, sometimes I wasn't in the mood to be hugged, and she'd just grab me and hug me, and then I'd say, release me, please, and then she'd break out into that song. So.
Hey, well, if you come out to karaoke with us, you're definitely going to have to try to find that song and sing it. It'll be a lot of fun. So we're going to continue on with the show. Oh my God, we spent a long time here, but that's the way it's supposed to be. We might not have too much time for our conversations. I wanted to ask you guys, so soon I'll be asking you this in just one moment, about, what would you like to do? What new thing would you like to try? What fresh thing would you like to engage in, if anything? It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be serious. It could be anything. You could be taking up knitting. You could be cooking new meals. You could be wanted to buy a bike to go bike riding. You want to do barbecue. You want to do camping. Anything like that. So I'm going to be asking you guys about that for your new beginnings. What do you see yourself doing in the spring that maybe you haven't done before, or maybe it's just something that you're looking forward to? But before we do that, I want to get to our next segment, which is called the Joke of the Week. The Joke of the Week is where I read you a joke. You get to pick between two jokes. We use a word to pick the jokes. Shoot, I didn't prepare that here. So we have allowance, and we have, what was the other word? Okay, well, I don't have the other word here. So today is going to be a very interesting show in that I think we only have one word.
Improv show.
Yeah, look, it'll just be allowance. Usually I give you guys a choice, but today's just allowance. The next one is going to be something else. Okay, so
the way it has to be.
It's the way it has to be, and because you guys are so friendly and nice, we're gonna pick allowance, and we're gonna read both jokes. How about that?
All right. There
we go. One is very simple, and so I'm kind of taking advantage here. So one is so this is the very simple joke. This is the
Sorry.
I like that. I like that. This is the law of close encounters. Remember, this is a joke. It's not an actual law. The law of close encounters. This is how it's described. The probability of meeting someone you know increases when you are with someone you don't want to be seen with. Awesome. So this is the second one. It's a little longer. Let's get through it here. Here we go. As you are receiving email, it's wise to remember how easily this wonderful technology can be misused, sometimes unintentionally, with serious consequences. Consider the case of the Illinois man who left the snow-filled streets of Chicago for a vacation in Florida. His wife was on a business trip and was planning to meet him there the next day. When he reached his hotel, he decided to send his wife a quick email. Unable to find the scrap of paper on which he had written her email address, he did his best to type it from memory. Unfortunately, he missed one letter, and his note was directed instead to an elderly preacher's wife, whose husband had passed away only the day before. When the grieving... Say that again?
I said, oh dear.
When the grieving widow checked her email, she took one look at the monitor, let out a piercing scream, and fell to the floor in a faint. Hearing the scream, her family rushed into the room and saw this note on the screen. Dearest wife, just got checked in. Everything prepared for your arrival tomorrow. P.S. Sure is hot down here. That's a funny joke for anybody who understands heaven and hell. I thought it was just hilarious. Thank you guys for laughing. And thank you, Val, for those lovely sound effects. My goodness, I'm going to call you Dimitri, too. So, Val won. Okay, cool. So we're going to move on to our topic, but just real quick, I want to tell you guys in our segment, what a great idea. I point you to a great idea. It could be a product. It could be a service. It could be an idea out there that deserves your attention. Whatever gets our attention becomes a bigger part of our experience. So why not give our attention to great ideas? Today's great idea is a little self-serving, and why shouldn't it be? I mean, it is my show. It's a little self-serving. I started a new meetup group. It's outside of the lines of personal empowerment, so it may not interest you entirely, but it's for web training, development, and marketing. So this is for our Jumpstart series, our SEO, learning how to use the internet, build websites, and things like that. This is where we're going to be doing it. We're going to be doing everything from basic training to how to use Facebook and Twitter to things that are more complicated, how to optimize your site and how to make money online and things like that. So this is going to be our meetup. It's called Web Training, Development, and Marketing, SEO, and Social Media. It's a mouthful, but there you go. You can just keep an eye out on your email and our meetup page for more information there. Today we're talking about Wellspring and new beginnings. You guys feel like this is the year, this is the season for new beginnings, or is that just me?
Springtime is new beginning.
Indeed, right? And you were saying something?
What I wanted to say is the last full moon we had, which was, when was that? No, it's coming up. They say it's 6 times more powerful than most other full moons, and that if you want to start a project, it's a good time to do it because there's a lot of power in that. I'm not really into horoscopes and things like that, but this is a particularly special time because we're having, I don't know if you know about this, but we're having what they call 4 blood moons with a solar eclipse in the middle, which we just had. Which day was that? About 3 days ago or something? So this is only the 4th time it's happened in the past 500 years to have 2 blood moons, 2 in 2014, 2 in 2015 with a solar eclipse in the middle. So we're in a very powerful time of new beginnings and enlightenment and growth. And
very cool. I really like that.
The old behind and beginning new things.
Look, I think it's excellent. Say again?
I said, get your surfboards out.
Surfboards in, our bicycles out. I think it's a great idea. I don't know much about horoscopes or anything like that, but I love any excuse that causes people to get out there and try new things. Because of this special period, Sherry, is there anything new that you'd like to try?
Well, I haven't been on my bicycle for about 3 years because of injuries, so I'd like to get my bicycle back out. I used to ride a lot. I'm thinking of starting a book. This is a very long project, but I have a friend who's a writer, And I told him a bit about my life because I've probably lived about 5 lifetimes in this one. And he said if there's anybody he knows that has a book in their life, I'm one of them. So I was thinking about trying to write that. But I don't want to do it like the guy who did 1,000,000 little pieces. I think I'll do it as a novel in case I get any of the facts wrong. And then you can say, well, it wasn't me that did that, you know, because there's things in there. He said, if you're going to write about your life, you have to tell all. And I said, uh-oh, I better not run for politics.
I really like that. I think writing a book is an excellent idea. Just get out there and get started. I love that you're thinking about it enough that you have an idea of how to get around certain limitations, like the facts or details or anything like that. So very cool idea. I look forward to hearing more about it. Is there anybody here else who's interested in trying new things, writing new books, riding new bikes, anything like that? Baby?
Well,
No?
not something new necessarily, but I haven't danced in about 2 years, almost 2 years, and I haven't missed it really, but it's, I don't know, it's getting, I'm moving my body a bit more when I listen to music, and I want to try things. Today I almost started working on a choreography, so I think I want to get back into that. I'm not sure how and where yet. I think Sam suggested at some point, she said, Val, just put some music on and get your tap shoes on and just do it from home. And so I think I'm going to do that just to explore movement. I want to do that again, and I think spring is a good time for that.
I think that's excellent. You're actually giving me the mood to when we do our picnics out on Mount Royal or in the park. It might be fun to have a little dance party outside on the grass with some music.
Maybe.
I'm not saying you have to lead the dance, Valerie. I'm just saying a little boogie, a little shake.
You know, like tap dancing on grass doesn't work too well.
Yes, that's different. Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Okay, no.
Well, it'll be quiet tap dancing, like a mime.
It'll be a new style, but I really like the idea of you dancing. I know that aspect about with you. If it's been so long that you haven't done it, definitely get on board with it. And I'm really glad to hear that you're thinking about that you're interested in doing that. I don't know if I'll ever be allowed to watch, but hint, I would.
I don't know. I'm pretty shy about that. I mean, I was on stage, you know, almost every year, but it was terrifying every time, and I was getting more and more blanks. So I was like, maybe I should stop. But I enjoyed the whole year, you know, dancing with other people and exploring movement. I love that. It was just, it's fun. So I'm not sure about being entertaining and being comfortable enough to make it a show, especially on my own.
No, I was just picking on you.
I enjoyed it.
No, I'm just picking on you. I completely know. Just share the moment of appreciation with us on the Appreciationist, and I'm sure I'll be satisfied with that. I'm just picking on you. I just want you to dance, and I want you to know that we're rooting for you. I want Sherry to grab her bicycle and maybe get a nice, comfy seat on top of that, and so it's a little easier. I don't know what would make it easier, but I know my butt used to get very sore riding on a bicycle, and when I got those gel things for the seat, I could sit on the bike for hours longer. So I really just like to encourage people to do their thing. Anybody else? New beginnings, baby?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I've talked to different people in our groups or other groups. I get interesting ideas because sometimes when I get bored, I like to talk to people and see what they're doing. So a lot of things, exciting things. Maybe I'm not going to do them all, but we'll just things that I can think about in the future, like car racing, or motorbiking, or gun shooting.
Yeah.
Marathon.
What was the last one?
Marathon. Run a marathon.
Oh, cool. Oh, yes.
Or rock climbing. Seems a lot of people are doing that now, and I've never done it before. But it seems to me it's kind of too challenging. We'll see. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I won't get a chance. But,
once you've done everything else, it'll be nothing. You are such a daredevil. You're an inspiration, baby.
Very much so. I completely agree. Oh, I did not expect that list at all.
And I also thought about travel.
We should, because you're always willing to try anything, and honestly, this list is just wonderful.
Betty, are you the type to do skydiving?
No. No, Alex wants to do that, but I'm not ready.
I really like that. Beatty, you were saying something. You had other ideas, or?
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to travel to a totally different place just by myself, so that I can learn that I can trust strangers, and I could lose control and still be happy and feel at ease somehow.
Very cool. If you want to get out there, talk to strangers, and show yourself that you can survive, do stand-up comedy. I mean, it's just no, I'm joking. It's a nightmare. It's like walking into a waking nightmare, and you have that dream where you're naked in front of strangers, except you actually are. So at least it feels that way. But anyway, I'm really glad that you have those lists of things. I don't know if you're going to get to any of them, but if you get to one of those things, my God, congratulations. You're crazy. You're a crazy person. And I like that. Very nice. You really remind me of my brother. My brother is like that. He's like, he'll want to do those crazy things, and me, I go, I want to read 2 books this month. Very nice. Saba, do you have new beginnings for us?
Well, I don't know about any new beginnings. I like to finish something. I'm good at beginning a lot of things. It's the finishing that I have an issue with. I want to finish my novel. I'm writing a fiction novel. And I've been working on this nail polish line. I promise you, I have like all the supplies, and I even have bottles made, but I just haven't followed through with that. I just haven't. So that's what I'm gonna work on, and I hopefully get to do that. I also want to try some new things, like they have this race car thing that you could do when you can drive the race cars. I think that'd be awesome. And I also want to jump out of a plane. I think that'd be cool too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wait, the race cars, baby. You said racing, right?
Yes.
Because I heard people talking about it. I don't think I can do it unless one day I really go crazy. That's something new.
Hey, well, how about this? There's no way I'm going to do race car driving, but I can meet you guys halfway to do something maybe like go-karting? Is that?
Go-karting.
Maybe we should do that.
I don't know. I'm just trying to find whenever people tell me what they'd like to do, I like to try to find someone to get involved. So I don't know, maybe somebody interested in that. But I am actually very interested in, now that 2 people have said it, in doing a meetup where we talk about the books that we want to write or that we are writing. Sometimes it helps you to get motivated just to talk about what you're working on. Would you guys, those of you, Sherry, interested in book writing, is that something you think might be fun to just get around, talk about the books that you'd like to write, that you are writing? Just in terms of motivation.
You mean the book I want to write?
Yeah, like just to come and talk about.
Well, it would be based on my life, which would be anything from traveling to Australia, New Zealand, Tahiti, Fiji, New Caledonia, Samoa, around the United States, to my teenage years taking drugs, to some of the issues with my family, which were pretty severe.
Do you think it might be fun?
That I had to deal with, and there's so many things. Like, I was a dancer when I was 17 in a club. I was a go-go girl. I mean, I've lived quite a few lifetimes in this one. I raised 5 kids by myself. Yeah, I was married for 10 years and raised 5 children by myself. Like, I've lived many lifetimes. I did a lot of community development work. Got a Governor General's Award. Like, I've done, like, anyway, it's like a big pile of stuff, which is sometimes out of the ordinary of what other people have lived. And Saba, I can really relate to you, and you're a very creative person. You have a hard time sitting still, and this is part of your character. And I know a lot of people like this.
Yes.
You start, and you're popping with ideas all the time. It's like popcorn. Boop, 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 boop. You probably never stop thinking creative things. and I really relate to that. And it's very hard to get to the finish line on some things. I'm sure you have on many
things.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you have on many things. And I'm sure there is definitely a book in you becoming a mother at such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. The lessons you've learned, the strength you had, the courage, the love. I can't even imagine how close you are with that child of yours, because even though they're a teenager and they're acting out, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The closeness, the bonding, because you grew up with that child.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I kudos to you.
Thank you.
Absolutely kudos. And I think it'd be fun for us just to get together, just those of us interested in book writing, just to get together and just chit-chat, talk, get inspired, get some feedback. I just think it's a fun time to talk about what we're interested in, which is why I wanted to talk about New Beginnings here. It's just a fun thing. You know, I'm not asking you to commit yourself to anything. I'm just saying, hey, spring is a good excuse to do something. You know, my mother, she used to make us do spring cleaning. Every year, spring was this excuse for us to clean. And even though I didn't like the effort of doing that, it was kind of fun that everybody in the house was just cleaning. Everybody was in their room. Everybody was in the kitchen. Everybody was getting it done. And I thought it might be fun to sort of adopt that spirit for us, for our group, for what we're doing. The spirit of, oh, it's spring. We're going to come out. We're going to be outdoors. What new thing could we do? You know, that's why I asked you about doing singing, karaoke, anything like that. Those are the things that I'm interested in. But there are things that you guys are interested in, and I'd like to know, you know, I want you to treat the spring as a wonderful excuse to start something new or to pursue something fresh and exciting. Because people like Saba, people like me, we really get off on the new idea. You know, yes, finishing the idea, that's a little tougher, whatever. That's just, that's for other people to worry about. But us, we like to get things started. And I just want to infect you guys with that spirit a little bit. I want you to take possession of that spirit and use the spring as an excuse to do more things. So here's my challenge. Don't do the same things this spring, or only the same things this spring that you did last spring, right? Be a little different. Be a little, even if all you do is change the clothes you wear. So I know Sam a few years ago, or a year or two ago, she started wearing dresses. She never really wore dresses, and it was fun to see her in this new getup. And she behaved a little differently just because her clothes were a little different. I started behaving differently. I got new clothes. You know, I used to wear the same thing all the time. I used to wear a black shirt, jeans. I never changed it at all. I'm obsessive like that. I just sort of like doing the same thing all the time. But then I started wearing different clothes, and it was kind of hard to get going. But then you have different interactions with people. You have different understanding of what people go through when they're waking up in the morning and they can't figure out what to wear. And so it was fun to just sort of do something a little different. And so whether it's to ride your bike because you haven't done it in a while, or maybe to go dancing because you haven't done it in a while, or to finish something that you've started, to use the spring excuse for that, or to just go crazy and go climbing and driving fast cars or whatever it is, get out there and do something fresh. Get out there and be possessed by the spirit of new beginnings and to try something new. So look, I don't know. You know, that's the point that I wanted to make. I don't know, there's a lot more that we can say on the subject. I can poke at you guys and ask a little bit more. I guess I'll leave it up to you. It's 7:48. Usually we end the show right about now. Sometimes it goes longer. But is there anything else that you guys want to talk about in terms of spring, in terms of new beginnings, in terms of, you know, refreshing yourself? Anybody here ever take a cold shower?
Yes.
Okay, so I do this thing. I turn on the shower and I put it as cold as possible, and I try to see how long I could stand in there.
Oh my God.
Okay? Now, that is refreshing to me. I love doing that in the morning. It just wakes me up. I'm no longer sort of, you know, I don't need coffee or anything like that, but when I get the cold water in me, I just do it. And I like to find any excuse for me to feel fresh, you know, just like, woo. Is there anything like that that you might do? Anything that you, I know, Val, you rearranged the furniture in your apartment.
Yeah, I did it again. I mean, not much, but yeah, it's like at some point I get up in the morning and I'm like, okay, this isn't right. I need to change something again. I don't know where it comes from, but it just, and I can't do anything until it's done. So.
But that's exactly the attitude that I'm talking about. You know, when I feel like life has been going the same and the same and the same and the same, or similar, or too similar, then I just want to, even though I'm not bored, I mean, I'm not bored in life, I have a lot to do, but there's just something about doing something new and exciting that is just fun, that I want everybody to get on board with that. So Val, she rearranged the furniture in her apartment. Some people, they change their hairstyle up. You guys do anything to refresh yourself? Yeah, Sherry.
I'm becoming a vegetarian for the past month. So I'm looking for new ways to cleanse. Like I just found some great green juices, so I'm going to go and buy, you know, my little organic vegetables and put them in my blender and clean my body out of it. Because after I got injured, I started researching. I always ate healthy, but I started researching a lot of natural remedies for inflammation and things like that. And there's so many, anything from dandelion roots. We pick these things out of the ground because they pollute your beautiful grass, right? You go out and you pick them and you dig up the roots and you make tea. And the bees need these flowers, dandelion flowers. We need the bees to be happy these days because they're dying in droves. And there's another plant out in your yard which is a weed. It looks like a weed. It's called plantain. And it's super healthy. And there's so many natural herbs and spices that we use or we don't use. We need to learn how to use because they're so medicinal, but they're so mainstream. But we don't use them and we don't realize how good they are for our bodies. So I've been doing a lot of research along these lines. And I just want to go that route more and more. I think it really helped in a way to get injured because I got natural healing through acupuncture and, of course, massage. And so it's opened my eyes a lot more because I was always, like, anti-medication. But now that I'm getting older, I'm, like, thinking, you know, like, optimum health with natural ingredients. Anyway.
That's excellent, Sherry. What you said there, an example of becoming a vegetarian, that is an excellent example of refreshing yourself, new beginnings. I think that's a wonderful contribution there. I know years ago, one of the things I was happiest that I've ever done is that I stopped drinking soda and all that stuff, and I started just drinking water. And I tell you, when I first started drinking water, I would just gag on it. And, oh my God, I can't believe what. You know, but I just kept at it, and I feel better. You know, I feel absolutely better. I sleep better. Everything that goes on with me is better because I drink so much water. And so it's sometimes refreshing your life is as simple as, you know, changing your diet, taking a cold shower, changing the furniture around, drinking water, making a list of crazy things to do, and just you know, appreciating what's going on. So look, I know if you leave it up to me, I'll just keep talking. You guys know that, you know. But is there anything left for you guys to say? Any contributions you guys want to make to the conversation? More so than you already have? Oh my God, I said that really weirdly. Hey, look, I think we've said enough on the subject. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out. We have one more thing to do before I let you guys go. For you new people, you guys don't know what it is, but Val, Betty, you guys know what it is.
What for dinner?
What's for dinner? Exactly. What's for dinner? I want to hear, in the past 7 days, did you eat anything? It could be today, it could be the past 7 days. Did you eat anything that you really, really liked? I had sushi. It was great.
Oh my God. I love sushi.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
I love sushi too. So good.
Well, we're going to be doing an sushi session, but now, go ahead.
It doesn't matter if it wasn't in the past 7 days.
No.
No, I just want to mention something because it was a great meal for me. I was in New York City, I don't know, maybe 10 days ago. I don't remember. I had family visiting, and we went there. And I looked it up on the internet because it was just so good. I have to describe it to you. It's called Rose Kitchen, and it seems that it only exists in New York City. They have quite a few locations. It was you were talking about very healthy food, and I loved it because that's what it was, but it was also delicious. They have a juice bar, and I had a juice that was made of blackberries, golden apple, pineapple, pomegranate, and spinach. It was the
sounds
best
so good.
thing, and spinach, yes. It's the best thing I've ever had. It was like, and I've had really good drinks, but that was heaven, really. So that's one thing. And then they have those hot and cold salads, I would call them. And I had the, do you mind if I just tell you?
Well, please.
Red curry, it was called. And it's house mixed greens, organic quinoa, green lentils, I'm not even sure if I'm reading it right, kabocha, squash, red vidalia onion. I didn't have that, but I switched it to mushrooms, and garlic and mild red curry sauce with spicy chicken.
Oh my
It was, and it's all
That
fresh.
sounds
It's all
amazing.
there, and they cook it for you. And we spent a couple of hours in there just enjoying ourselves because it was just so good. And I had too much, and so I brought it back home for later that night. Very good.
That's really awesome. Not only do you get to eat great food, but it's good for you. Oh my God, that is just like the tops. Very awesome. My God, I'm really hungry now. That drink you described, was that the Fountain of Youth drink? I mean, it sounds so healthy and so delicious.
It was called Cool It.
Cool it.
Cool It.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Awesome. Saba, did you eat anything in the past 7 days that you enjoyed? I know your son made you dinner or food.
Oh yes, but that wouldn't even be the meal. I'm sorry to say, and it was not healthy at all. I had this I had this steak gorgonzola Alfredo. It was amazing. It was amazing. That's
Those
all I have to
meals
say about it.
are
It was
beautiful.
really good.
Very nice. I like that. How about you guys, Speedy?
Yeah, I made chicken liver and beef liver. I learned how to make it, how to bake it from a Romanian friend. She told me that you can just bake it. It's easy to make. So I basically just put a lot of seasoning and soy sauce in there and baked it. And it was quick. It was delicious. Great.
Wow, my goodness, I did not expect that. Chicken liver, and what was the other one?
Beef liver.
Liver. Look, I'm going to take your word for it that it was great. You definitely have a smile on your face, so I'll believe you.
It was great.
Maybe if you add the word gorgonzola in there or something. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It sounds very, very cool. Anne, Sherry, what did you guys eat past 7 days? That was good.
I don't know. For me, I'm always making something different, so creativity for cooking for me is an everyday thing. One thing that I would appreciate to have again that I had months ago was some blood pudding, because that's really good for the iron content. I notice how different I feel, and that's it for now.
Right. Very, very cool. I've never had that, but when you say blood pudding, it makes me think of Game of Thrones. I have Game of Thrones in the back of my head. I want to go watch it. Blood pudding, very yummy. Sherry, are you lucky enough to be able to eat what?
I'm eating a lot of salads. I'm really trying to figure out what I can make that's really nutritious. I'm really in the middle of trying to revamp my diet, so I'm not. And I'm not a huge eater, so I could probably go all day until 3 o'clock in the afternoon until I even eat for the first time, which is probably not good for you. But I just had a blood test, which came back very, very good. I'm quite healthy, and that's a good thing. But if anybody has any great recipes out there they want to share with me, I'm open. And I'm very curious about this new thing you're starting with the websites and everything. You're talking about marketing and websites, and I have a couple of things to show you. This is a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Okay, now you can charge them for advertising. Wait a minute, we have St. Viator's over here. There you go. Can you see that? Wait a minute, there you go. Now, more money for advertising. No, just but I'm very interested in the website because I want to start a little website about doggy hookups or doggy play dates so that dog owners can get together and yeah.
I think that's excellent. I think that's wonderful. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out and for sharing with us. So I'll definitely get you that information for the website. If anybody has any recipes that you want to send over, maybe some liver recipes, you can send them over to us, and we can disseminate them. Very awesome. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Saba. Thank you to my lovely co-hosts, Beatty and Valerie, for participating with us. I had a really fun time. I hope you guys did too. And is there anything left to say?
For the recipe.
Birthday.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Saba.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Beatty?
I was going to say for the recipe, I saw on meetup.com, there is a group. I think it's called Healthy Living or Vegetarian Cooking or something like that. They have a website, actually, a link to a website where there's a lot of very interesting recipes. And a lot of them are vegetarian.
Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. I'll find that and I'll post that on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Appreciationist. And anything else that we talked about here today, we're going to be scheduling the meetup for the books, and we're going to schedule everything else. If you have any suggestions of topics you want to talk for the show, if you have any jokes you want to send in, please feel free. Thank you one more time, Sherry and Saba, lovely co-hosts Beatty and Val. Have a nice night. Go dig up some dandelions. Go eat the roots. Have a fun time.
Nice meeting you all.
Nice.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, Peter. Everybody have a good night.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. Take care,
And
everybody.
thanks for all the sound effects, too.
Yeah, I know. Val was really on point with
Oh,
that.
I love that.
Thank you. So yeah, you guys can just feel free. I'm going to say a few words. We can just feel free to hang up to exit the call. But thank you guys so much for being here. Take care.
Oops.
Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so Sab, if you want to get going, don't worry about it. I'm just going to make some announcements here, but you can feel free to step out if you'd like. So I just want to let you guys know, we talked about a lot here tonight. We talked about a lot of activities. If you want to really stay on point with the activities that we're doing, you want to check out Samantha Barley's meetup. Samantha Barley's a life coach, our life coach for the Law of Attraction Montreal, and on her own right, of course, doing wonderful work, having a wonderful time with her clients. But she also does activities. And we talked about karaoke. That's an activity that's done by Samantha. Her meetup group is called Self-Discovery Montreal. Self-Discovery Montreal. You can find that on Meetup. You can also go to samanthabarley.com in order to find more information about that. She'll be planning a skydiving meetup, so if you're anybody crazy out there who wants to try it, if you have a little baby in you, you can definitely go and check that out. So that's Self-Discovery Montreal. Anything to do with The Appreciationist, you can find out at theappreciationist.com. I made up the word and it's hard for me to say. How crazy is that? You can also go to facebook.com/theappreciationist to get more information. If you want to submit a joke of the week, you want to submit your appreciation to be read on air, you want to make a comment, a question, a suggestion for a topic of the show, please feel free to comment anywhere that you can find us. On our website, appreciation.com, below this video on YouTube if you're watching at a later date, on our Google Plus page, on our Facebook page, Meetup page, anywhere that you can find us. We're always looking for wonderful suggestions. I think the next show is going to be about focus. But that'll be up to you guys. I want to make a quick announcement for what's coming up for our group, the Law of Attraction, in the next coming weeks. We have March 26th, that's tomorrow, we have a excuse me, a community discussion called Decision Making. That's going to be a community discussion at Chai Tea Lounge, March 26th. March 28th, we have a WordPress training for beginners. That's going to be at 10 a.m. on this Saturday in the morning. So please come out March 28th if you're interested in the WordPress training there. And of course, tune in next Wednesday for another exciting episode of The Appreciationist, where we talk about all things personal empowerment. Had a wonderful time. Thank you to everybody who came out to see me and my brother doing open mic night stand-up comedy. We're going to be doing it again. I'm going to be trying to write new material. Always looking forward to that. And is there anything left to say? I don't think so. I don't know. Diane, I know you're trying to get in. I'm sorry I couldn't help you even more. Well, I'm going to do a better job at getting you on the show. Sometimes we have these technical issues. You're not the only one. There are other people on here who expressed that they were having difficulty, but I want to say thank you, especially for trying so hard as often as you've done, and for coming out, especially to the show last night. Just going to share my love, share my appreciation for all you guys. You guys are excellent. Take care. You can go to sleep now. You can hang up. Don't worry. There's nothing left to say. You can hang up now. Stop it. Close it. Close this video. How long are you going to be watching for? Really? Don't you have anything better to do? Don't you have some dandelions to dig up? Don't you have some liver to eat? You have a race car to drive? You have a wall to climb? I'm on a roll, aren't I? I'm really loving this. I'm not getting off. I'm not getting off at all. No one can make me. No one can make me come off. I'm going to stay here all night.